because then I have not stepped up to be in the space that she had trained me to be, which is to be to know me and know what I don't take and don't have to answer to anybody and know that the magic is inside me and don't have to get permission.
Now that's something that that's the next that I've been wanting to talk about this since like for months, years. This concept of like real mothering, like being motherly and sisterly toward one another. When a friend of mine reminded me when I was a little girl, like 10, 9, 8 years old, they used to call me Mother Larisha. Because I was the boss. I was bossing everybody around. I was trying to keep everybody in. Not even bossing, but more so trying to keep everything in order, right? And I wasn't nice about it. I was very, like, direct and kind of forceful. Like, this is how it got to be. Because that's what they told me. So that's what I'm telling you. This is what your father, my father, our mothers told me. So I'm telling y'all, I'm reminding y'all, this is what it is. And we have lost our own mothers nowadays are not, they don't even know what the legacy of or the concept of mothering really looks like, what it is. We don't even have access to our mothers in a motherly, daughterly kind of way. And I think that's something that is it's missing. Yeah, it's just, I really, can y'all speak, Miss Pat and sister, don't fight me, Sister Mi-Shay-La, please, like, can y'all discuss what that is, what it means, what it looks like, even being being a mom or not being a mom, just being in a mother role. What is that like? What does that look like to you from a righteous, a truly divine perspective?
For me, I'm not a mother, so I can just speak on how my mother is. My mother is tough.
You my mother. Let me tell you. So you're all our mothers, but go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
She is tough. She's from down south, and things were not nice and sweet down there. And she's a knee baby, so she probably got the sweetest of it, but it was tough. And they were very poor. It was like a gazillion of them in one house, and they were lucky because they had a farm so that they wouldn't starve. You know what I mean? And life was rough. So I always thought she had a hard edge. Now, when I compare myself to the younger women, I'm like, oh, these girls are so soft. What the hell? But I always thought that I was like a marshmallow, so soft and off to me, and I would just crumple up. Oh, she's criticizing me and this and that and the other. But she hit you in what you needed to be to get out there in that world. I swear to God, I talked to a woman the other day on Facebook, and there was a mother, and she was buying apples, and she bought the daughter, little girl, she bought a green apple, and today she decided she wanted red, so she showed her little behind out in the supermarket. So the mother got her home and began to talk to her, and to say to her, all right now, you were acting up in the supermarket. So the little daughter was manipulative. She said, you didn't let me see my father the other day. And she tried to change the subject, and Lowe's like, we're going to talk about how you were acting up. And do you know some of the women said the mother should have apologized to the daughter? And I'm like, for what? The little daughter was acting up. What is she apologizing for? And they're saying because she felt bad. So she should apologize to the daughter because the conversation made her feel bad, and then she could correct her. But I think she was really bashing her. And I'm like, oh my God, in heaven, I can't. I'm too old to live because I can't hang with these young girls.
We raising punks.
And like generation older is a little harder because they went through harder stuff. But things are getting too soft now. If I'm saying it's too soft, it's too soft. So that's the way I see it.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. So my mother, so I was raised in California, but my parents were not Californians. My mother is from the East Coast, Cleveland, Ohio. My father's from down south Tennessee. So I had this East Southern family structure in a West Coast home. So it was like we was foreigners still in California. But my mother didn't play that. My mother cussed like I said. My father, who was from down south, never cussed. But my mother, her mouth was so twisted up. And wait a minute, she even knew how to talk. So you didn't even know he was cut up until you were down. Like, that was my mother.
Right.
So you have to. I learned how to use my mouth pretty good. And then I realized that okay, that might not be serving me so well. I need to learn how to soften my tongue because I lack tact sometimes. I can just tell a person, where they can go. And I used to do that to my first husband. Look, I've been married a couple of times. I did that to my first husband. I chopped him up real good, and didn't use a cuss word. Just pretty much like my mother. So I say all of that to say that I was raised by a very strict mother. Because I was, then I became extra soft.
Okay.
So with I have 5 children, and they're all adults. And people are like, you have adult children? Oh my gosh, you have adult children? Yes, they're all adults. Mm-hmm. And so with my children, I began to coddle them. Mm-hmm. And my Jenna came to me, my Wadamu, she said to me one time, you are doing them a disservice. You're going to make it so that boy don't know how to catch a bus across town. You're going to make it so he don't know how to walk and get somewhere by himself and protect himself. Yeah. Right. You are a hindrance to him. Mm-hmm. And I said, but wait a minute, I just need to love him. Our boys need love. My daughters need love. No. You got the love mixed up. Because if you don't teach him how to survive, he cannot take care of himself.
Right.
And so she said, so some days you can be soft, but you better pick and choose very wisely which days you're going to be soft.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I learned through her example, between my mother and her example, that sometimes the best way to get across to my student is not to say nothing. I had one student, she was learning tarot, and she kept pulling a series of cards. And so she came in my inbox, she's like, oh, Mama, I pulled this card several times.
Duh.
Right. I'm not commenting because I know you know what that answer is.
Right.
So I'm just going to wait. Mm-hmm. And so therefore she tried to justify what the answer could be, but of course it was more positive than negative. But the card is a serious card.
Right.
I don't need to comment. I don't need to, because you're going to see the answer. Mm-hmm. And eventually she did. Within 3 days, she saw the answer. Mm-hmm. And she came back, she's like, wow, I really need to pay attention more. Yes, it's okay. Mm-hmm. So in that mothering, you have to learn, this is how I see it, you have to learn how to mother the right way. And are we perfect? No, because we weren't perfect. I wasn't perfect raising my five children. I wasn't perfect at that. And I say 5. I have a spirit daughter that's 9. But did I have to go through my things as a mother to become a better adult mother? Absolutely. And then you have to be able to acknowledge your faults. Another thing that happens in the community, that the younger women have forgotten that this old woman probably did have an ass out in the street. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody knows that. Nobody. Right. Look, I tell people, don't put me on the damn pedestal, because I will tell you right now, you might see some picture of my boobs hanging out. I'm going to tell you, but wait, I tell them, could you tell me where that is? Because I need to get my money. Right. Right. I need to get my money. Right. See, we don't know. I mean, I've lived, a good piece of life. Yeah. And in the entertainment industry, I don't. So, or if you see that somebody says, oh my gosh, she had 2 husbands, I'm like, look, I'm working on a 3rd one. Okay. See, I mean, you get what I'm saying? So you have to be real for the young ones to be able to say, okay, she done been through something. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. I agree. And I'm gonna tell you, I remember when my dad told me some things, I couldn't even believe she'd been through them things. Mm-hmm. Because I only see her right here. I never even thought. And so to see her in a very real place helped me to appreciate that when she comes to me and she would say certain things, it was really for my life preservation.
Yeah.
Protection.
Health preservation.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel the same too. Yep.
Yeah. So you're right, Goddess Rishi, exactly. But it's hard. The younger women look at us, and they don't know our story, and so therefore there's this sense of, well, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're doing, and I want to listen to you, and it's like, oh, look, I don't have to talk.
Yeah.
But I don't have to.
It's not a woman that's been through something. So when I get on Facebook, everybody's very touchy. And when I was saved, I had this mask of this little smile that, I'm trying to be so perfect. And when I got older, I said, you know what, the hell with that. I'm like, if someone is looking at me, regardless of their age, and they're going through something, they think they're by themselves. And I'm going through the same thing, or I've been through the same thing. And instead of us sharing it, I have a facade on. Now, who is that helping?
Right.
So I started telling my stories even on Facebook, and people was like, oh, you're on Facebook, and you're saying so and so. I'm like, look, I got X amount of friends, and then they're looking, some of them are young, most of them are younger. I'm 54. So most of them are younger than me. Why should I not tell them what I went through? So at least they're going to make their own decisions, but if they what I went through, they have something to help guide them with it. If it's nothing more than don't do what I did, if it's nothing more than that, they have something to guide them. And I think that's important work for women to do with each other. Even though I don't have a title or position, I think it means everything for me to share my mistakes and my ups and downs with people that might be looking at it. You don't go down that road. I went down that road, I spent 30 years on it. It's a waste of time.
And then Goddess, look at this. What is a title? What is a title?
Exactly.
Exactly. Your life brings you to that point.
Right.
It's like my Imwale movement. She, as far as I know, and as far as I'll ever know, she's a high priestess. That's it. I don't care what she does. I've moved on in my life, and now she's moved on, and she went back to her family where she came from. She's from Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. And I know that she's seen a video of me. And I know that she watches and she goes, okay, I see that. And she probably sits there and says, yeah, she still likes to be on the television.
Right.
I told her to take her down. See, that's how well I know her. So she probably will pick this up and hear it. She's like, she's talking about me. Right, I'm talking about me. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that she doesn't walk around with, she didn't have a cover. She didn't have a such and such saying that she's a high priest. Now, if we get to be at that place in our life where we have covens, then you're a high priestess and you serve that way. However, she was my high priestess.
Yeah.
And she taught me how to take care of my soul for self. That's self-preservation. But I began to accept and humble myself in her. And that's really important to in that. So like right now, hold on, let me see if I'm fine. I'm gonna pull that sound down. Okay. So for myself, I don't need to go up to her and call and say, Mama. Because her purpose was to teach me to a certain level so that I could be preserved. Right. And then now I can extend that out to this woman over here, or this young woman here, this child behind me, and this beautiful person in front of me. And that's how we have to be.
Right. Right. And that's exactly what that's my point. That's what we need more of, because we are stuck in this kind of radio TV world where our best examples of women for young girls in, like, I would say maybe 8 to 15, 16, 17, 18 is Kris Jenner and her Kardashian daughters. I would say, the best examples we have of mothers on television right now, they don't even look like us. They're not even real people. They're not rooted in any type of tradition, and we have lost touch with how important traditions are to us as black women in America. You have even though people who migrate here from other countries, they get kind of absorbed into a lot of American ways, a lot of ways that we have here, they come here with a tradition. They come here with something that they've learned or they will carry on from their mothers, from their grandmothers, and us not so much. I don't have any, well, I can't say that. I can't say that. I do have things that I've learned from my mother that I can pass on to my daughter. But what I mean is a cultural like a cultural tradition that is across the board for all of us. So when I meet another black woman who, her children have colds and, different things going on with them or spiritual issues going on with them, we can agree that what they need is, this type of syrup. They need this kind of spiritual bath. We already know what to give our youth because we already have agreed on, what we're gonna teach. I think you know what I mean. But that's why I think that the mothering is so important for us to really get into what it is. And all right, Sister Mi-Shay-La, I don't wanna end the conversation yet. I know we all got things we gotta do, but I do want you to go ahead and share. I'm sorry, say it again.
I was posting that we're on live.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I shared it in a few groups. So hopefully, well, I know next time we should have a lot more people watching because this conversation is very important. It's like imperative for us to really get into this conversation more. But
we're gonna build it.
Yeah.
We're gonna build that culture because it's the women that does it.
Yep.
And we're gonna build it because you see all these women going through this at the same time.
Right.
They're all different cultures, different spirituality, but everybo's got the same thing. I want to homeschool my children. I want to grow my own food. I want to change this. I want to change that. Everybody's doing it at the same time. So you know it's meant to be. We're gonna build it.
That's right.
So,
Absolutely.
That's right.
I agree. What I find most is that there are women who are now, like yourself, opening up to listen to the older women and hear their stories, and they're getting their ego out of the way. There's still a lot of ego out there.
Oh yeah.
No, we all have that. All of it. That never escapes. Ongoing checking. However, what I will say is that when you begin to use the feminine energy, the way it is best supportive, you will actually begin to change the dynamic of community in your location, and you will begin to draw women to location that are like you. And that's when you know your vibration is heavy, because you may only come into a space one or two times and boom, they're like, oh my gosh, we need to be connected with her, she needs to be connected with us. However that's going to happen. And you don't have to be there much or long. It's because your vibration is now becoming is stronger, your chi is stronger, your energy, your core is strong, your spirit is strong. And you are now accepting and working through the rituals of your family. You're letting that freely come about you. And not being afraid of it. I have some people that they're afraid. They say, I can't really speak this out because my family doesn't really know that I do this, or I gotta go to work and they might know that I'm.
Oh, I'm loving this conversation.
Yeah, I dropped out.
Okay.
Thank you so very much.
No problem.
See, that's that energy. That's that stuff.
Yep. The whole time.
Wow.
Yep. So I wanted you to share. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, thank you. Thank both of you for coming on here, and Sister Ta'ak for agreeing to be my gracious co-host, and Sister Mi-Shay-La for being my honored guest. Can you tell everybody watching, for now and for later when we repost it, where to find you, where to find your class? Because let me tell you, I'm signing up for the tarot class. I don't even like. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer regular playing cards to tarot cards. So I do want to understand more. How to get into that. So please tell everybody where to find your class, your products, everything.
Oh, thank you, Ashe. So you can find my website at wednesdaymoon.info. That's Wednesday with a Z, WEDNEZDAY, moon.info. You can find me on Facebook as Mi-Shay-La.Renee.Douglas. So just for you, you'll see all of that pop up. It looks like MICHAELA.RENA.Douglas with one S. You will find me on YouTube, and just type in Kitchen Tarot, because I do the Kitchen Tarot segment, and I do that Monday through Friday, and I show people how to use magic with their tarot, how to transform and convert circumstances and situations. And wow, uh, I guess that's it. I don't know. There's so much. I make candles. I sell all kinds of stuff. I craft. I'm actually right now doing a wall size, about 6 foot long dream catcher, and I do these, and they're huge with these beautiful branches and these huge wheels, and they go over your bed. So they're dream catchers, and they've got lace and leather and all that good stuff. So just reach out to me on Facebook, or on if you find me, or when you find me in YouTube, look up Kitchen Tarot. You'll see my Michaela Renee TV, and send me an email or a message through that avenue. My email address is, it's very simple, WednesdayMoon@gmail.com. That's WEDNEZDAYMOON@gmail.com. And just so that everybody knows, I do these readings, and people always wonder, how much are you reading? I don't charge a specific amount. I tell a person, you can give me a love offering. And so it is whatever it is. I have some people that give monetary love offerings. I have people that send flowers. I have people that send coffee. Whatever it is that they have as their resource to send, I definitely accept that for the love offering.
Okay.
So
My favorite thing is the one you did one ancestor shrine, and then the other one that said who that is. Those were my favorite.
Yep.
yeah, who that is, right? And that ancestor shrine is a big deal, because I hear everybody talking about, I gotta work my altar, I gotta fix my altar, but the altar and the shrine are two different things. And that is, I had a Vodou priest teach me that. He said, what you keep calling an altar is not an altar, and we need to stop it. That's what he said to me, we need to stop that. I'm like, well, what's the difference? And so that was where I began to learn. Look at your shrine as your family. Because when you go and you present, you might make a meal for them, you honor them. But I'm not going to be working magic or my power at a shrine. This is for reverence. This is for appreciation. Right. This is your love. This is your attention. It's like your mother, if she was living, she says, she's sitting in her bedroom, and she tells you, I'm just going to use this as an example, Mi-Shay-La, I need you to clean the refrigerator. I go, oh, okay. Then I go get the refrigerator, and I wheel it into her bedroom, and I start cleaning out the refrigerator and doing it, fixing it, putting my stuff in it. She's like, what? Why are you doing that in here? See, that shrine is their sacred room. I'm not doing no work in their room.
Right.
I'm just gonna present to them a good meal, their love. I'll put my petition on a plate or in a bag. When the petition comes true, I'll smoke that with fire and give thanks. I take it to the crossroads, or I put that in the water with Mami Wata, or Yemoya, as you may know, to show my appreciation with an offering. Then that's how I do that. But when I'm working, that's my altar. I got a tarot altar. I've got my kitchen altar. I have my vision board altar. All these different working space. So I mean, these are different things that we end up learning and and working out and getting to know. So thank you for saying that about that ancestry one. I appreciate that. That's
You
right.
have to do a video for, for the different spaces. I'm putting you to work, right?
That's right.
Whole
Yeah.
different spaces.
Yep.
The vision board altar right here. So that's powerful too. That's something else.
Mhm.
So Europeans have figured out how to use that, and I started studying how they do that. My oldest daughter, Shoshana Quayle, she's a neuroscientist. She studies the mind, and I love how she said it. She says, Mama, we're floating on the ball in the middle of nothing. That means everything and nothing exist all at the same time. And I said, oh. Yes. And then she's like, if we just take a color pen and we start drawing again like the little kids, like the little children, we'll manifest that. Oh, yes, you're right. Boom.
Right.
And we started doing that, and that became how the vision board altar started to work itself into its wonderful magic.
Mhm.
So yes, we do have some things to do, some fun things to do. But that's where people can reach me, and if they need to call me, send me a text first, 510-320-3008. Thank you so much for allowing me to be
Thank
on
you.
your divine platform today.
Thank you so much for coming on board. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, we can do this again soon. And whatever issues we've had with this one, I would like to follow up with a part 2 with a much better live stream with a larger audience viewing. So we'll promote it right. We'll get everything out there. So if you're open to it, can we do a part 2?
Ashe.
Ashe. All right, good.
Yes, and I want to thank also your beautiful co-host. She is amazing. I love her insight and wisdom. Yes, thank you. It's amazing. Both of you are just a very good partnership together, and I appreciate the dynamic energy that both of you hold. So many blissful, prosperous endeavors on your part. Thank you.
Ashe.
Thank you.
Same to you, that's right.
Thank you.
All right, beloveds, y'all have a great rest of your evening. And I will see you on the other side.
Ashe.
Ashe.